I hope everyone's staying safe, healthy, happy as you can be during kind of a crazy time. And that's kind of the spirit of today's post is even though we kind of showed a few different ways to actually use blood flow restriction in an exercise fashion, I wanted to give you guys some clarity as to maybe how you might be able to put it in to a home program, because that's some of the feedback we've been getting both in and out of the clinic lately is amidst the chaos, it feels like it's very difficult to chase a previous goal or to really diminish some of the atrophy or muscle wasting or just basic deconditioning that's happening during this time. So that's actually where I feel blood flow restriction at home can become very advantageous to you, is to augment some of these things that you might be losing because you're not using them. So hopefully I can give you a little bit of a flow as far as thought process is concerned, and you can see how you might be able to implement this stuff into your current home care. So the workflow, just a suggestion. Everyone has their own way to program. This is a lot of the way that coaches speak back and forth is about how to program and whatever. So this is, again, just a simple suggestion. So what's in the box is basically what you should be doing every day. So you need to be going through some global soft tissue work, whether that's a foam roller, body tempering, which is obviously our favorite, just a lacrosse ball, whatever you got. You need to spend some time getting your heart rate up, 5 to 8 minutes, get some blood flow, kind of fill those capillaries, make sure that the muscles are ready to rock, and then a good dynamic mobility routine. You can find plenty of those online. We have one that we like, but ultimately you want to make sure that this is something that you kind of stay consistent with. Now, based on the goals of the day, maybe you move into some cardio, but we're talking about blood flow restriction and how that might work. So if you're going to choose your main exercise for the day, let's say you're doing legs. So you want to do some type of a squat variation or a lunge variation, and you're going to do a decent amount of those and add as much weight as you can with what you have access to. Obviously, gym economy is still important, so if you want to superset something in there, I totally get it. And then, again, in the spirit of economy, maybe your second group of exercises is one of these supersets where you're just kind of cycling through, trying to get a lot of work done in a short period of time. Then this is where you might be able to implement your blood flow restriction. It's at the end of the workout. You would choose either a muscle group or movement that supports your main lift, so another lunge variation or squat, or if it's an upper body, a press or whatever that might be, or a pull. Or you may want to do the antagonist. So just to be a little bit more clear with that, if you did a big lunge variation that's kind of quad dominant, like a skater or something like that, that's really kind of focusing on the quads, you may want to do a blood flow restriction movement in opposition of that focuses a little bit on hamstrings and glutes, or something that might oppose all the work you did into the quads. So your choices are continue to add volume and support the main lift, or add some volume to the antagonist just to make sure that you have some good balance and symmetry in your training. You can honestly do both. Again, as long as you're safe, following the protocols, and adding it at the right time, I think you should have no problem putting it in. But again, this is just an example of where I like to kind of sneak it in, if you will, on the back end. The main lift is the main lift, whether that's an exercise or a cardiovascular approach. I definitely don't do blood flow restriction on the back end of cardio, but I can show you what we have as far as a cardio protocol for some blood flow restriction as well. So hopefully this isn't too much information for you today. I know it's a little bit of a longer video, but I guess I don't have much to do right now outside of the clinic. So online clients are doing well. Everyone's just grinding away. So hopefully everyone's staying safe, and the same is true for you all.